What type are you? Answer 4 simple questions that will help you drink from the font of self-knowledge, face the truth, and find out just which type you are. Fill in the required information. Quickly now. First question. Are you emotional? Someone who's happy to say that something feels right? Or are you rational? Someone who prefers to say that something has a 1 in 2 chance of being right? Pick one, please. You are emotional. Good. Second question. Are you understated? Someone who thinks the best word is a word in your ear? Or are you assertive? Someone who believes that the word in your ear is best shouted? Make your mind up, please. You are understated. Let's move on. Third question. Are you traditional? Someone who believes that ideas like wine are best aged? Or are you progressive? Someone who believes that ideas like milk are best fresh? Quickly now. You are progressive. To the last question now. Last question. Are you relaxed? Are you someone who takes any chocolate from the box and eats it, whether it's hazelnut crunch or orange cream? Or are you disciplined? Someone who suffers the orange cream first so they can save the hazelnut crunch till last? Come on, come on. So you believe you are emotional, understated, progressive, disciplined. That may be, but what type are you? Your type is Archer Hairline. Designed by Jonathan Höfler and Tobias Fred Jones, Archer Hairline is a modern typeface with a straightforward appearance, but one that has tiny outbreaks of elegance and tiny dots of emotion, only apparent on closer examination. If you are someone who is outwardly composed, but will occasionally run into the bathroom for a quick laugh or quiet cry before emerging to the world outwardly composed again, then Archer Hairline is your type. Designed by the architect Theo Van Doesburg in Holland in 1930, this is an uppercase typeface with single-width line expressing strength of form and firmness of purpose. It is a brutally fair typeface with every letter occupying the same space as the next. If you furiously believe that all letters are created equal, and would wrestle anyone who claimed that C's are any less significant than E's, then Van Doesburg is your type. Baskerville Italic is so understated it was designed by a man called Moore, not Baskerville. It combines a firm measured stroke, a light measured stroke, a flowing serif, and an insistent angle for an academic dignity and excellent legibility. If you are well-read, a little short-sighted, and you tend to lean quietly but firmly towards the right, then Baskerville Italic is your type. Designed by Cassandra in France in 1929, Bifur is a pact between exceptionally strong lines and exceptionally delicate lines to make letters together in a playful and recreational way. If you are always forthright, and one of the things you are always forthright about is how many subtle and gentle layers there are to your forthrightness, then Bifur is your type. Designed by Oswald Bruce Cooper in 1921, Cooper Black Italic is a heavy but generous font with soft serifs, casual curves, and a pleasant inclination and no hint of sharpness about it. If you are an imposing sort of person who does not hanker after leanness or fitness, but is happy with their life and with their love handles, then Cooper Black Italic is your type. An uppercase and numbers only typeface used by Le Corbusier to spray names onto his buildings. Stencil is a typeface that brings a balanced, geometrical organization to the brutal practice of spray paint obliteration. If you like to impose yourself over something or someone, but always do so with good reason and impeccable judgment, then Corbusier Stencil is your type. Designed for IBM in 1955, Courier is the rhythmical insistence and open spacing of a typewriter. It is a democratic typeface that everyone can type in. You do not have to be bold. In fact, you cannot be bold with Courier. If you are an everyman or everywoman in a thoroughly modern way, and that modernity means you do not want to shout about it, then Courier is your type. Dot Matrix is a hot-off-the-press font that clusters simple dots of one size in hasty arrangements with irregular spacing to suggest letters and numbers to convey information. If you live in and live for the now, and are not bothered about the why, and not concerned about the how, then Dot Matrix is your type. A wood-type font dating from 1880, Expanded Antique has big, bold shapes that can announce a play or match from across the street, but with extremely delicate and attractive spaces only noticeable once you cross the street. If you are a boxing or wrestling promoter who professionally needs to make a big impression, but privately enjoys the finer points of expression, then Expanded Antique is your type. Designed by Guillet in France in the 1820s, Lettres Ornees is a woodcut typeface for book covers and title pages that decorates a deep base of structural solidity with whimsical ornamentation and light-hearted fluidity. If you are someone who likes to dance, but insists on dancing on a double reinforced and triple certified dance floor, then Lettres Ornees is your type. Marina Script is a 1936 version of a writing style that is centuries old. It is a typeface with delicately emotional swoops and serifs delivered with an aristocratic precision and restraint. If you believe in courtship, and believe that courtship is best done by letters, and believe that those letters should speak of love but never be so common as to say it, then Marina Script is your type. With no curves of any kind, New Alphabet is an uncompromising Dutch font designed by Crowell in 1967. Based on early computer screens, it is strictly limited to horizontal and vertical strokes and is exceptionally striking while being almost totally illegible. If you are a statement maker, and when that statement makes perfect sense to you, it is immaterial if it makes no sense to anyone else, then New Alphabet is your type. Perpetua Titling Light was designed in 1928 by Eric Gill and is a font influenced by Roman stone cutting, with a very measured differentiation between its thick strokes and thin strokes, and with delicately bracketed period serifs. If you're a quiet, old-fashioned sort of person who would secretly prefer shoed stability to barefooted liberty, Perpetua Titling Light is your type. Co-designed by Lubalin and Pistilli in the 1950s, Pistilli Roman is a typeface that combines a disciplined form, notable in the ultra-fine lines carefully joining the bold ones, with an emotional geometry notable in the curling circles. If you always demand that things be in order, and then are always incredibly moved when they are, Pistilli Roman is your type. Designed by German Herbert Post and inspired by injection molding, Plastica is a 1932 typeface defined by the embossed relief of its letters and their extremely thin negative form. It is a typeface that extrudes feeling and ambition, but in a very unassertive way. If you are a small, quiet person who does not mind that too much, but who thinks it would be good to be seen and heard more than you are, Plastica is your type. Designed by Herbert Bayer, the graphic design master at the Bauhaus, Universal is a typeface with fixed width of line softened by an elegant but modernistic curvature and no uppercase to shout of or shout with. If you are someone at peace with all things modern and get irritable when confronted with anything old, sloppy and random, then Universal is your type.